Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and look at Charlie. Look at us. Hi, Charlie. It's like, wow, my parents are weird. It is Friday, December 14th. We've got 10 more days, 11 more days you count Christmas Day, but 2 weeks. And it's December 14th, 2018, Friday evening at 8:35 p.m. The weather currently is 64 degrees. Feels like 64 degrees. The high was 67. The low will only be 56. It's rain. 100% chance of rain tonight. It's been raining all day. 96% humidity. The wind is 3 miles per hour, calm from the west. Sunrise was at 7:25 a.m. Sunset will be at 5:38 p.m. And tomorrow is a low chance of rain. 20% chance. High will be 67. Low will be 48, honey.
I'm glad it's not getting as cold.
Yep. So, for the first time in 14 years, Panacea had to cancel their Christmas program here.
Oh, they completely canceled it?
Completely canceled it.
Wow.
I shared a link on my timeline.
Okay.
Yeah, they said because it was not only the weather, because, they've had to cancel it once or twice so far this year.
Uh-huh.
And move the date, but also they're having trouble with vendors and volunteers and stuff. So they said with a heavy heart for the first time in 14 years, they're going to completely cancel it.
Wow.
So that's too bad. It's a fun little event and stuff. But yeah, that happens. I wondered because I knew they had to cancel it tonight. There was just no way. And I thought, man, I said to you, it's getting awful close. I don't know if they're going to make it. So, yep. Other than that, last night was unremarkable.
Yeah.
I've been reading too many of like the autopsy reports and stuff of Shanann Watts and stuff, and it'll be like this part of the body was unremarkable and stuff. So such a sad case. Chris Watts, and what he did to his family. But yeah, yesterday was unremarkable. I don't even remember what. I wasn't hungry when Brad got home because I had eaten a salad like about 6. And, he was working till closing. So, he just had a couple burritos. I had made those banana bar cookies and froze most of them. And then I just had a couple burritos after he went to bed, in fact. I was doing dishes and doing ice cubes and ice cube trays and stuff because it's my turn. Well, it was my turn.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And so and I did go in and paint earlier yesterday, and I still been working on this hat. Just working on a little bit here and there, So that's what it's panning out to be. And excuse me. And I didn't go to bed till about 5 a.m. and then I did get back up with Brad when he got up, and then I went back to bed when he went to go get in the shower. And then I just been kind of back on the bed because I had to take water pills, and that's the closest room to the bathroom. And we kind of were camping out, remembering what it was like to live in an RV, actually. So that's what we were doing. Nothing, like I said, very uneventful. And that's okay. There's too many days where you're like, holy moly. So it was just kind of chit-chatting and stuff. Brad did get the remote program in for the TV out there, or back there. It's a TV we had in the RV. It's a small flat screen that we have back there. So we can start using it more, because there's lots of nights where Brad goes to bed, and I'm kind of afraid to start really watching something out here, because he might get up and not be able to sleep, and that way he can actually even lay in bed. And he did that earlier today. We were just kind of relaxing, and he decided to hang out there. Of course, the dogs were back there, and he was watching. What's that program that you like? It's a Discovery Channel.
Yeah, it's extinct or can't remember what the second part of it
It's called
is.
Extinct or something.
Yeah.
And they've been finding a lot of animals that they thought were extinct. And that's really cool to see the first actual living, animals. It's been some really neat, and I was just watching a couple of YouTube videos, and then I was watching a little bit of Netflix on my tablet. So, and looming. And so that's the whole event of the whole day. Now that I bored you guys to death, one of the things I wanted to talk about with talking about this is, Christmas season and stuff is maybe talking about some of the holiday baking that we remember either doing as a child or getting as a child, or maybe you remember your mother making, or grandparent or a neighbor or something. I remember being from a German descent. Don't mind that. Brad will put the kitchen back together with duct tape or whatever. Right, hon?
Do what?
Oh, I thought I was teasing you about you'll put the kitchen back together with duct tape.
Oh, no.
I remember, like I said, being from a German family, always sarma. And it's basically cabbage rolls, and then they're cooked in sauerkraut. And for like days and days and days. And, quite the process. And I remember, that was always at every Thanksgiving. No, it was primarily at Christmas, because it took so long to make and stuff. So I remember that. My mom used to make a lot of cookies. Now, you weren't allowed to actually eat the cookies because they all went to neighbors and stuff, or people she knew. And they were pretty cookies, but they really weren't, they were not, very good taste-wise. I mean, there were some that were really good. I have to say that. But some of them, maybe they were fine, but as a child, and they always used to use the royal icing, which you guys know this is the rock hard stuff, and I don't like it. Some people do. But I always remember sugar cookies and, different assorted cookies. My grandmother really was not a baker. My great-grandmother liked to do a lot of pies. Brad would have loved her because she did a lot of pies, Brad Heidi. And that's primarily, we would have all sorts of different pies on the holidays and stuff. As an adult, I've always done a lot of Christmas baking. Well, not always, but there were years that used to be what I primarily gave out for gifts, because I couldn't afford to go out and buy gifts, and that was a lot of years before I was really doing a lot of, and this is like in our first marriage and before we were married and stuff, a lot of before I was doing the looming and, ceramics and all the different stuff I've made. So I used to bake a lot of cookies. I would start early October baking. And I would bake and bake and bake, and that's what we gave out as gifts. So, I mean, Brad is fantastic at making homemade toffee and caramel corn, and we always made the chocolate-covered pretzels, and, you use the Ritz crackers, put peanut butter in between, and then cover them in chocolate. I make pretty good peanut brittle. I can't make fudge to save my life. but I would make, you know, like the peanut butter cookies with the chocolate kiss in the middle. And I would make the thumbprint cookies with the jelly, and of course chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter cookies. Um, I've made different cookies that were like little pieces of cheesecake almost and stuff. But yeah, I've always done a lot of I've made gingerbread, snap, and that kind of stuff. Different spice cookies. So nowadays, I wouldn't make peanut butter cookies and just give them out because you don't know who's got a nut allergy. You know, I worry about that now. You know, but back then it really wasn't heard of much. So, you know, anyway, what kind of memories do you guys have of Christmas? Maybe desserts that you growing up, or cookies, you know, and that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, interested to know what kind of stuff you guys grew up with, what kind of stuff you used to do. Like I said, even if none of us, or most of us, dynamically don't have the Christmases we used to, because, you know, children are grown, or family members have moved away, or the family is fragmented. So it's good to remember the, I would say, maybe the pristine Christmases with happiness. Yes.
Are we using half or a full bag?
What do you think?
Half full.
Okay. Why do you come and ask me?
Because
Every time I tell you half a bag, you say no. We'll use a full.
well, I know, but
You just want to just, you want to tease me, don't you?
I do.
You want to tease me with the chicken for the
You
dog.
know, I love being difficult.
He loves being difficult. Do you remember what memories you have as a kid growing up about what your mom might? Did your mom do holiday baking?
Not.
Me, any candy making or holiday baking or?
No, I don't ever remember her making any kind of candy.
Oh, really?
What
What about your grandma Heidi?
That I remember. I remember driving down to Laramie.
That's where they used to live.
Yeah, and you know, I remember Grandma's house always smelled so good, and I remember Grandma's house that the whole basement was really scary except for the laundry room. And the laundry room was the only finished room in the basement. They had they had linoleum down, and they had the freezer in there, and the washer and dryer, and you know, the rest of the laundry room was kind of dark and dingy.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I always remember sitting out in the kitchen talking with Grandma while she's doing all the baking and stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good memories.
Yep. Very, very good memories. Yep.
Yep.
So, but you know, I mean, with you know, Mom and Dad's house, you know, other than when Grandma and Grandpa came over, I really don't, you know, there was nothing remarkable.
Okay. Nothing remarkable. Did you have any neighbors or anything that would bring over Christmas goodies or no?
No.
So you must have really loved it when you met me, and I'm just all, you know.
Well, remember that one year we were on Grant Street, and you were baking cookies. And holy crap! Yeah, I think you were trying to put Keebler out of business.
We lived below his aunt in his house, and we rented the basement.
Mm-hmm.
She rented the upstairs, we rented the basement, and you know, like I said, that's what I used to give out for gifts, and I started, I think, that year in probably August.
No, actually, because it seemed to me, I remember that one day, I don't remember what day of the week it was or anything, but I remember that one day that you had pretty much started first thing in the morning, and the biggest thing I remember about that is Kenny coming downstairs.
Yeah. His cousin Phyllis was married to a real nice guy named Kenny at the time, and he kept coming back downstairs, and he was, you know, when he first came down, he go, oh, can I have a couple? I'm like, oh, sure, you know, And then he'd run back upstairs because they were all upstairs. And then he'd come back down and go, I'm really sorry, but those are so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
you know, it was a good thing that you did like 5,000 dozen because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
but it was fun.
It was fun. And it was
Yeah.
fun assembling the goodie plates to go
Mhm.
out and stuff. I mean, you
Yep.
know, that's why I still like to do just a little of it. I mean,
Yeah.
now it's not near, you know, we don't live, you know, where there's family, and it's not near as big of a production,
Mhm.
but I still do just a little bit because, you
Yep.
know, I mean, there's some people we know that would really like to have a few goodies,
Mhm.
you know?
Yep.
So, anyway, guys, comment below. Let me know. And I think I'm going to do comment reading tomorrow because that's housework day and laundry. Yeehaw. So let me know you guys' fond memories of Christmas goodies. And remember that I love you guys and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye.